In the world of supercars, there is one rivalry that refuses to die. Ferrari versus Lamborghini. Two Italian giants, two massive egos, two completely different ideas of what the perfect supercar should be. This rivalry didn't start on a racetrack. It didn't begin with lap times or trophies. It began with a personal insult, a moment that pushed a tractor manufacturer to challenge the most powerful name in motorsport. If you haven't seen part 1, it's already live on this channel and tells the full origin story of how this war began. But today, we're going further. Because what followed that insult didn't just create competition, it reshaped the entire supercar world. Once Lamborghini entered Ferrari's territory, this rivalry stopped being about pride and became existential. Ferrari wasn't just being challenged. Ferrari was being forced to change. Ferrari faces its first real threat. When Lamborghini launched its first production cars, Ferrari barely reacted. From Enzo Ferrari's point of view, this wasn't real competition. Ferrari had decades of racing history, international prestige, and a name that dominated motorsport. Ferrari had trophies, legends, and an identity built on victory. Lamborghini had none of that. Lamborghini had ambition. But something unexpected began happening quietly, almost invisibly. Ferrari customers and wealthy businessmen, collectors, and driving enthusiasts started paying attention. Not because Lamborghini was faster on paper, not because it had racing success, but because Lamborghini was listening. Ferrari cars were undeniably beautiful and brutally powerful, but they demanded sacrifice. They were loud, stiff, uncomfortable, and unforgiving. Enzo Ferrari believed that discomfort was part of the experience. If a car was difficult to drive, he believed the driver simply wasn't skilled enough. Lamborghini believed something radically different. A fast car didn't need to punish its driver to be respected. It could be powerful, refined, and enjoyable at the same time. And that single belief made Lamborghini Ferrari's most dangerous threat yet. Comfort versus character. Ferrari's philosophy was simple. If you can't handle the car, you don't deserve it. Lamborghini flipped that idea upside down. Ferruccio Lamborghini believed power should be controlled, not survived. His cars were fast, but they were smooth. Aggressive, but refined. To Ferrari, this was weakness. To customers, it was revolutionary. For the first time, buyers had a choice between two Italian supercar brands. Not just in performance, but in personality. Ferrari represented discipline. Lamborghini represented freedom, and freedom sells. The Miura. The moment everything changed. In 1966, Lamborghini released a car that didn't just challenge Ferrari, it embarrassed it. The Lamborghini Miura didn't follow rules. It ignored tradition. It shattered expectations. Most road cars at the time used front-engine layouts. Mid-engine designs were reserved for race cars. Unstable, dangerous, and unsuitable for normal roads. Ferrari believed this deeply. The Miura proved it wrong. By placing the engine behind the driver, Lamborghini created a car with unprecedented balance, speed, and visual aggression. The Miura wasn't just fast, it was shocking. People didn't just admire it, they stared at it. And Ferrari had no answer. Ferrari's silent panic. Publicly, Enzo Ferrari dismissed the Miura. Privately, it terrified him, because the Miura wasn't a gimmick. It worked, and worse, it worked better. Suddenly, Ferrari looked conservative, predictable, traditional. Customers wanted innovation, they wanted excitement. Ferrari was being dragged into the future by a company Enzo never respected. Eventually, Ferrari did the unthinkable. It adapted. Mid-engine layouts began appearing in Ferrari's road cars, a direct response to Lamborghini's success. This wasn't rivalry anymore, this was survival. A rivalry becomes philosophical. By the early 1970s, Ferrari and Lamborghini were no longer fighting the same battle. They were answering different questions. Ferrari asked, "How do we bring the racetrack to the road?" Lamborghini asked, "How do we make driving unforgettable?" Ferrari refined engineering. Lamborghini exaggerated emotion. Ferrari chased lap times. Lamborghini chased dreams. This philosophical divide shaped everything that followed. The Countach. Lamborghini chooses madness. In the 1970s, Lamborghini unveiled the Countach, a car so extreme it didn't feel real. Sharp angles, wedge-shaped body, scissor doors that redefined automotive drama. The Countach didn't whisper speed, it screamed it. While Ferrari cars evolved gradually, the Countach looked like it arrived from another planet. It wasn't practical, it wasn't subtle, and it wasn't trying to be. The Countach became more than a car. It became a symbol. Posters, music videos, bedroom walls. Lamborghini didn't just sell cars anymore. It sold fantasies. Ferrari stays focused on racing. Ferrari watched all of this and stayed disciplined. Formula One remained Ferrari's heartbeat. Every Ferrari road car existed to support racing efforts. Cars like the Berlinetta Boxer and later the legendary Testarossa carried racing DNA into public streets. Ferrari believed heritage mattered more than spectacle, and that belief kept Ferrari respected, but Lamborghini was becoming loved. The dark years. Lamborghini almost disappears. Behind the scenes, Lamborghini struggled. Oil crises crushed demand. Management missteps drained finances. Ownership changed hands repeatedly. By the 1980s, Lamborghini's problems were no longer just mechanical or financial. They were structural. In 1984, the company was sold to the Mimran brothers, two Swiss entrepreneurs who believed Lamborghini could be saved. They injected fresh money, stabilized production, and brought some much-needed order to the chaos. But stability didn't last long. In 1987, Lamborghini was sold again, this time to Chrysler. For a brief moment, it seemed like Lamborghini had finally found a powerful ally. Chrysler modernized operations and helped develop new models, including early work that would later influence the Diablo. Still, Lamborghini struggled to find its identity. By 1994, Chrysler walked away, selling Lamborghini to Megatech, an Indonesian investment group. What followed was uncertainty, limited resources, and constant questions about the brand's future. Through all these ownership changes, one thing remained consistent. Lamborghini's survival was never guaranteed. More than once, the company stood just one bad decision away from disappearing forever. More than once, Lamborghini stood on the edge of collapse. Ferruccio Lamborghini had already walked away by then. The company he built out of pride was fighting for survival. Ferrari endured because racing gave it purpose. Lamborghini endured because passion gave it meaning. This imbalance shaped Lamborghini's future identity. Bold, risky, and always one step away from disaster. The 1990s, legends are forged. The 1990s became a defining era. Ferrari released the F40, a car many consider the purest Ferrari ever built. No luxury, no comfort, just power, turbos, and raw aggression. The F40 was terrifying, and Ferrari loved that. Lamborghini responded with the Diablo. Long, low, wide, wild. The Diablo wasn't just a machine, it was an event. Driving it felt like unleashing chaos. Ferrari sharpened skill. Lamborghini amplified emotion. Two legends, two souls. The Audi acquisition, chaos meets control. In 1998, Lamborghini was bought by Audi. Many feared the end. Would German engineering sterilize Italian madness? Instead, it saved it. Audi brought structure, reliability, and funding. Lamborghini kept design freedom, drama, and sound. The result was rebirth. Cars like the Gallardo transformed Lamborghini from a fragile icon into a global brand. For the first time, Lamborghini wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. Ferrari responds with precision. Ferrari noticed, and reacted the Ferrari way quietly and ruthlessly. Ferrari embraced technology, aerodynamics, and advanced materials. Models like the Enzo, 458 Italia, and LaFerrari showcased scientific dominance. Ferrari wasn't chasing attention. It was chasing perfection. Ferrari became selective, exclusive, almost untouchable. You didn't just buy a Ferrari. Ferrari chose you. Modern supercar warfare. Today, the rivalry is more intense than ever. Ferrari builds hybrid hypercars influenced by Formula One. Lamborghini builds naturally aspirated monsters that shake the earth. Ferrari wins lap times. Lamborghini wins reactions. Ferrari makes drivers feel skilled. Lamborghini makes drivers feel powerful. Neither is wrong. They simply serve different dreams. Why Ferrari versus Lamborghini still matters. This rivalry matters because it represents choice. Discipline or rebellion, precision or passion, heritage or spectacle. Without Lamborghini, Ferrari might have stayed comfortable. Without Ferrari, Lamborghini might have lost direction. They sharpen each other, they force evolution, and they remind the world that speed alone isn't enough. The rivalry at a crossroads. But now, the greatest challenge facing Ferrari and Lamborghini isn't each other. It's the future itself. Electric power, silent speed, a world where performance is measured by numbers, not noise. For Ferrari, the question is whether pure racing soul can survive without the roar of an engine. For Lamborghini, the challenge is even deeper. How do you remain outrageous, emotional, and unforgettable without sound, chaos, and drama? This rivalry has always been fueled by pride, ego, and passion. It has survived insults, revolutions, financial collapse, and decades of technological change. And now it stands at a crossroads, because the future doesn't care about legacy, only about who can adapt without losing their soul. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the greatest rivalries ever created, subscribe to the channel for more cinematic stories that go beyond speed and into the mindset, history, and ambition behind legendary brands.